And let's start with the phone. Now, in iOS 8, we've refined Notification Center. But what I really love are our new interactive notifications. So now, if you get a message like this, just pull down, and you can reply from right where you are. You don't have to leave the app you're in. And this works for all kinds of notifications. If you get a calendar event, for instance, just pull down and respond. And it works on the lock screen. So you can just swipe across on the lock screen, you get those action buttons tap, and you've dealt with it right there. Now, of course, I'm going to use the device. If I'm in here maybe playing some music here on iTunes Radio, I might get a notification. And if I do get a notification, I can just swipe down on it too. So here's one. Just swipe down. And there I get access to my keyboard. I can type right there. Now this works great for third-party apps as well. So for instance, looks like I got tagged on Facebook. I can like it right here with an actionable notification. And sometimes you receive notifications that you just really don't want to deal with right now, and you can just flick those away like that. That's really handy. Now, so here we are on iPad. I'm going to launch Mail. Now, I have a number of unread messages here, so let's work our way through them. Here's a message from OpenTable with a dinner appointment, and you notice that the reservation is actually called out right here on the top. Mail has actually given me an intelligent suggestion here to add it to my calendar. I can tap Add, and just like this, it prompts me to fill out and add an event to my calendar. That's really handy. So let's talk about Spotlight. Now, of course, Spotlight's a super convenient way to search on your device. You just pull down when on your home screen, and you can execute these searches and find things like launching apps or find an email message. But now, with those same things we showed you in Yosemite with Spotlight suggestions, you can get it so much more. You can search for apps and find matches of apps that you don't yet have on the App Store. You can search for points of interest and get Wikipedia entries and directions. You can search for news, search for restaurants, songs, not just in your own library, but also on iTunes. And when you search for a movie, you can get results both for theaters nearby, as well as content available for streaming. Now, something that we all care a lot about, health. Whoa. So developers have created a vast array of healthcare devices and accompanying applications. Everything from monitoring your activity level, to your heart rate, to your weight, and chronic medical conditions like high blood pressure and diabetes. But up to now, the information gathered by those applications lives in silos. You can't get a single comprehensive picture of your health situation. But now you can with HealthKit. HealthKit provides a single place that applications can contribute to a composite profile of your activity and health. And HealthKit comes with a corresponding application, Health. And with Health, you can monitor all of your metrics that you're most interested in your activity. But not just that, you can use third-party applications. Now, we carefully protect your privacy, so you have total control over which applications have access to which part of your healthcare information. But you can, for instance, provide different activity, weight, heart rate information to the Nike app. And Nike's working to integrate HealthKit, so they use that information to help you in your pursuit of your personalized fitness goals. Now, we're also working with the Mayo Clinic, innovators in healthcare. And with their integration with HealthKit, they're going to be able that when a patient takes, let's say, a blood pressure reading, HealthKit automatically notifies their app, and their app is automatically able to check whether that reading is within that patient's personalized healthcare parameters and thresholds. And if not, it can contact the hospital proactively, notify a doctor, and that doctor can reach back to that patient, providing more timely care. Now, we think this is going to be really important for healthcare, and the CEO of the Mayo Clinic agrees. He says that we believe Apple's HealthKit will revolutionize the health industry, how the health industry interacts with people. We're proud to be at the forefront of this innovative technology. with the Mayo Clinic app. We agree. Now, we're also working with leaders in healthcare applications like Epic Systems. Now, they provide the technology that enables hospitals serving over 100 million Americans. And so now, with their integration with HealthKit, patients at these leading institutions will be able to get closer in sharing their information with their doctors. And that is health.
Now, what we want to do is make the App Store even better. And so we're rolling out a number of new features on the store, starting with we're adding an Explore tab to help users find the app they're looking for more. So you can browse through categories and subcategories. We're adding top trending searches to make search even better. It's great to see WWDC at the top, by the way. We're making finding your search even better by making it faster by adding a continuous scrolling list. We're adding related searches to make it easier to find exactly the app you're looking for. And with the new Editor's Choice logo, users can find the best apps. Also, for the first time, we're giving the developers the capability to form app bundles. So users can buy multiple apps I do read your emails. So users can buy multiple apps at a discounted price with just one tap. Also, we're introducing app previews. So developers can make short videos. Of some great features, and the users can make certain it's an app that they would want. We're also introducing for the first time today a new service, a new beta test service called Test Flight. Developers can invite users to beta test their app and get the results right in Test Flight. And it's all free. Now, there are many more features of the App Store, and you'll hear about them through the week and in the afternoon sessions, but we are really investing a ton in the App Store. It is a huge release. Everything will be available in the fall.
Now, I want to start with something that I think is perhaps most profound, and that's extensibility. So with extensibility, applications from the App Store will be able to extend the system and offer services to other apps. Now, of course, one of the reasons we're all so comfortable installing so many apps from the App Store are iOS's security model. Apps are isolated inside of sandboxes where they can access their own data but can't get at your personal information or mess with other apps without your permission. Well, to handle extensibility in an iOS way, we wanted to build on the same sandboxing model. So now extensions live inside an application's own sandbox with access to its own data, but other applications can reach out by way of iOS's security mechanisms, talk to that extension, and that extension can even project UI right back into the originating app. Now, this enables some great things. For instance, in addition to the system's built-in sharing options, an app like Pinterest can offer a share sheet to Safari. And if you look at actions, for instance, an app like Bing could offer translation right inside of Safari, accessing the web page's web content right there. Now we're also supporting photo filters inside of Photos and enabling third parties to define their own document providers that work with any iCloud Drive-enabled application. Finally, we're enabling third-party apps to define widgets that can now go in Notification Center. think it feels like time for a demo. So let's start with photo filters. So we're back here in Photos, and I've got a nice photo here of a flower. And I'm going to go ahead and edit. And you notice in addition to the options here at the bottom of the screen, we have at the top left this extensions button. I'm going to click that, tap that rather. And you notice I have several extensions available, one from ViscoCam and one from Waterlog. So I'm going to select Waterlog. And now the Waterlog extension is able to run right here in the context of Photos to manipulate my photo, bringing up their own UI, deliver this beautiful watercolor effect to my photo. And when I'm done, it's right back inside of my photo album. It's that easy. Then next, let's take a look at widgets. So I'm going to just pull down Notification Center. I have my existing widgets here in my Today view. But you notice in addition to my widgets, down here at the bottom it says one new widget available because I've downloaded an app recently that contains a Notification Center widget. So I'm going to tap Edit, and you notice it's Sports Center. So I can tap the plus next to Sports Center, position it where I want among my widgets in my Today view, tap Done, and now I have information on my favorite sports teams right here inside of Notification Center. Now this works great on iPad as well. Let's take a look at iPad. So on iPad, I'm going to bring down Notification Center, and you notice I have this interactive widget from eBay. So I'm bidding on a guitar, and apparently I'm being outbid. So I can now, right inside of Notification, take advantage of the interactivity of widgets. I can tap and bid, and just like this, I can submit a leading bid, all inside of Notification Center. Now to wrap it up, I want to show you extensions in Safari. I'm going to bring up Safari and use our great new tab view. There's a page I've been looking at here with some information on a beautiful guitar, and I'd like to learn more about it, but unfortunately, you notice the text here is in Japanese, and I do not read Japanese. Fortunately, I have a Bing translation extension, so I can just bring up my action sheet, and you notice down here on the second row, Bing Translate. I'm going to tap on that, and Bing is able to translate this web page right in line. Look at that. Now for our extensions grand finale, let's put that on my Pinterest board. You see Pinterest has an extension right here. I'm going to tap on that, and this is actually able to bring up UI defined by Pinterest, where I can select my board, maybe select my guitars board. Now the Pinterest extension has access to the underlying web page, so I can let me slide through the different photos on the page until I find the one I want to share. That's it. Tap, and I've pinned it. And that's a quick look at extensions in iOS 8. Next up, Touch ID. From the moment we introduced Touch ID, developers were excited about the potential. And there's no question why Touch ID has been extremely popular in people authenticating into their devices. If you look at passcode usage on iOS before Touch ID, was less than half. On iPhone 5S, 83%. People love using Touch ID. And now, third-party apps can take advantage of Touch ID as well. So Touch ID protects logins and user data, and it works by unlocking keychain items. So it'll identify successful fingerprint matches, but it always keeps the fingerprint data itself completely protected inside of the secure enclave in the A7 processor. The fingerprint information is never exposed to third-party apps or the rest of the system, for that matter. It's very secure. That's Touch ID.